YouTube channel. My name is Zita and it's really great to have you here. Thank you for choosing this to be part of your time of day. We're going to be working a lot with the shoulders today in a short flow, about 30 minutes. So if you don't have it already, grab a strap or also a block. Instead of blocks, you can always use like a stack of books, shoe boxes that are pretty sturdy also help really well. And then like rope, bathrobe, anything else can do for a strap. I know not everybody has those tools at home. So you can get those, and I always recommend having them. So if you haven't already, you can get them pretty cheap on Amazon. So other than that, the shoulders. I work in an account desk. Well, now I work at this desk, but I'm sitting all day and I'm tapping away at my computer. And I noticed, especially when I was in the office, I'd have such problems with my hips and my shoulders just crouching down. And I think we all have the texting neck where we just look down the whole time and we text away at our phones. So today's practice is going to be all about opening up into the shoulders and just broadening through that space, as well as strengthening it as well. So that way when we are in these places of like focus, when we're kind of hunched over, at least we have that little bit of awareness where we can just know to open it up. So that's what it's going to be about today. If you do have any shoulder injuries, please talk with your doctor or your physio or whoever you go to get it checked out, just to make sure that these postures are okay for you. I am by all means no medical profession, and the things that I offer up are things that have just worked for me in particular. So with that, let's just get started seated. And you can have your water, your tea, your coffee, or whatever you want just at hand. I love nothing more than practicing with a hot one in my hand first thing in the morning. As most of you know, I'm hosting these from my sitting room in my kitchen during quarantine life, so that too adds extra weight to the shoulders, as I'm sure it is for everybody. So we allow this time to really just close out through the eyes, and we just really start to hone it in on our breath. Letting go of any of perceptions, the ideas, the kind of way you think that your body should or should not move, and allowing a little more kindness to come into your practice. And just feeling the full length of the breath in and out through the nose. Noticing the length of the spine as it fills up. And the exhale as it gently melts its way down. Feeling that full breath in through the nose. And then that full breath out. Maybe you roll the shoulders up to the ears. And your exhale gently melts them down the spine. Finding this nice long roll up through the shoulders. And your breath out melts them down the back. We'll do that big circle one more time, shoulders up to ears, nice and exaggerated. So you exhale, gently melts them on the back. And then just take a full inhale here through the nose. Open mouth, letting go. You can blink your eyes open. And then leaving your strap at the top of your mat, take the block and we'll make our way onto our backs. You can take your time as you get there, and we're going to find a nice neck release before we start to travel down the spine. And just taking the block underneath the head. So you'll have the edge of the block on the medium setting or the low setting. You can play around with it. Just at that edge where the bottom of the head meets the neck. When you're there, it might feel a little intense at first, but then as you give it time, you'll find that the nice edge of the block actually starts to massage out through the muscles in the neck. A teacher in a studio in Nashville, I can't remember the name, I'll leave the comment below, but she did this in a restorative class that I took with my family, and oh my god, it was the tits. It was so nice. I thought it was so intense at first. I was like, why is she doing this to me? But it has, if you've been to my public classes, become a staple if there's anything going on with the shoulders and the neck. And you can linger here as long as you need. You can stay in one side. You can move it around. Might feel better to take it a little bit closer, maybe drop the chin to the chest. It's all these little muscles, these places that you might not have known about. I could stay here all day, but we'll keep moving along for time. Again, you can stay here as long as you want. You can pause on this recording. But when you're ready, you can slowly take the block out from underneath the head and just feel that full connection down on the mat. Just for one moment. Breath in here and big breath out. And we're going to travel our way down the spine, so just push up to the elbows. And you're going to take the block on the low or the medium setting. I like it on the medium, but always start off where it works for your body. The block is going to come somewhere underneath your shoulders. You'll know the sweet spot when you arrive down, so you can just place it down on the ground and then just ease your way down onto the block. I like to kind of roll around a little bit. My head is a little awkward with the ponytail, but you can always place a second block underneath the head just to find that support. I like to take it a little deeper so that my head lowers down and I can just really crack open through my heart space. I sometimes take a stretch. Sometimes I just let the shoulders kind of open. You want to be gentle here because you are finding this supported back bend. And what you don't want is this big crunch from the lower spine, from the lumbar spine. This is where all your back issues can start to come from. So really letting that awareness come into the body. And then taking a full inhale here through the nose. And a full breath out. One more inhale here. And one more exhale here. Once again, you can stay here as long as you need. And if you're ready, you can start to build your way up. Move the block to the side. We'll need it again just in a moment. And then feel that full connection once again of the spine on the ground. Taking a full breath in. And a full breath out. You're just going to find it in the hips now. You can stack the knees over the ankles, about hip distance apart. Lift up through the hips and then just slide the block underneath the hips. You can again take this on the low setting or the medium setting. I like to take it a little bit further and just put it on that high setting.
and just leaving it underneath the sit bones. So you see that my squidgy bits are kind of hanging out the side of it, but it's supporting the bones there for me, and it gives me this nice long lift. But again, just meet your body where it's at. I do this a lot, so don't take me as benchmark, but just kind of figure out what works in your body. A more restorative way of doing this would be to place a pillow underneath the hips. That's so nice. And then just breathing. Feeling how this opens up through the front of the pelvis, through the front of the thighs. And taking one more breath in here. And a full breath out. And again, I would encourage you to linger here as long as you need. It's so nice. I will move on. So lifting up through the hips, slowly let them down onto the mat. And you can keep the soles of the feet planted on the mat so you can flatten out through the lower spine. And then just notice what this is like. If you place your hands on the belly, one on the heart, one on the belly, wherever you feel that you can connect with your body. And then placing the feet wide on your mat, just start to gently windshield wiper out, left to right. Letting the knees drop to one side and then the other. Just taking your time as you kind of work into the hips a little bit. Sometimes when I do my home practice, all I do is roll around on the floor, so it's like whatever feels good in your body for you today. And then when you're ready, you can hug the knees into the chest. Come into this big ball, wrapping the arms around the shins. And then gently start to rock your way forward and back as many times as you need into your Sukhasana, your seated pose. We'll face over towards you, but when you're ready, sweep the hands high to the sky, take a full breath in. And your exhale drops the hands down towards heart center. Take a big inhale here. And a big breath out. Taking a hold of your strap. You're gonna fold it over, whatever works for you. But then bringing it in into the palms, thumbs on the outside, just wrap your fingers around or whatever works for you. Lift the arms up nice and high, so you have this like nice wrap of the shoulder cuff as the palms reach up to the sky. And without flaring out through the ribs, come to the side without going in like this. See what it's like to really push down into the sit bones and just take it slow. Start to lift up through the ribs. Now the shoulders don't bunch up to the ears. Doesn't make any sense, but when you have that feeling of them being up like this, it's not super fun. So just really feel that lift of the underarm, pulling the navel into the spine. You even start to feel a little bit of heat start to build up here. So we'll take a full breath in and a full breath out. And imagine you're pulling the strap nice and tight, slowly without rounding through the spine. Let the action just come from the shoulder cuffs. Feel the muscles and the bones move, bringing it slowly towards the front of your mat. Noticing, pushing the knuckles out nice and long. And then your next inhale slowly brings the arms back up to the sky, and you're pulling strong with that strap. So you really should start to feel a little heat. If you're not, well, good for you. And then just bringing them up to the sky. The wrists are facing forward, and once again, without flaring out through the ribs, as best as you can, just start to bring the arms behind you. Just feeling as you gently bring it towards the back. And you can always check in if you find that you're going like this because you have to get to the deepest point. Maybe you just bring it back in. Lift the arms. And then just draw the shoulders back. It's a good place to be honest with yourself. To feel your body as it is. Knowing that you're the only one here right now. You're the only one that can see you, so just find patience. Take a full breath in. Your exhale slowly brings the arms forward again, pulling strong into that strap. And we'll bring the hands up to the sky. Take a full breath in, holding the strap. And your exhale gently brings them behind you without flaring out through the ribs. And when you're ready, reach the hands to the sky. Woo. And let the strap go softly down to the side. And you're just shaking out through the arms. Take a full breath in here. Sweep them up nice and high. Palms to heart center. Interlock the fingertips. Push the palms out. Round through the spine for that cat back. Your inhale reaches the palms up to the sky for that cow spine. Flare the heart forward. Finding that neutral spine. Sweep the right arm underneath the left, hugging opposite shoulders. Lifting up through the elbows, broadening through the back. You can find an eagle bind here if you wish, interlocking the palms. Lifting up, taking a full breath in. Your exhale, just hinging the weight forward, forearms come close towards the ground. And breath in here. And a big breath out. Inhale, slowly you start to rise up. Sweep the hands to the sky. Breath out, other side. Left arm comes underneath the right. You can hold opposite shoulders. You can find that eagle bind. Inhale, lifting up through the forearm, broadening through the back. Your exhale just hinges the weight forward, rounding through the spine. Taking a full breath in and taking a full breath out. Your inhale starts to slowly rise up, releasing the bind. Sweep the hands to the sky, feeling that nice release. Your exhale, goalposting through the arms, open up to the chest. Drop the hands behind you, plant the soles of the feet firmly into the mat. Breath in, just reverse your tabletop, lifting up through the hips. One full breath in here. Your exhale gently allows the hips back towards the hands. Crossing over the ankles, just roll into your tabletop pose. And then one round of your cow. And one round of your cat. Neutral spine is your breath in. Tucking the toes, down dog is your breath out. If you have any sensitivity in the wrists, we haven't done a ton of work on warming them up, you can flare the palms outwards. In your down dog, you can just start to pedal out through the heels. Just taking your time. Once again, notice if the shoulders are bunched up to the ears, maybe you find bulldog arms, bending the elbows nice and wide on your mat, and then wrapping them in towards center, pushing deep into the palms, letting the hips glide to the sky. When you're ready, three-legged dog, just float that right foot up to the sky. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine. Step the right foot forward, foot between the hand, lengthening through the spine. Your inhale lowers the left knee to a hover, right knee stays over the right ankle, cow lunge. Your exhale is that cat lunge. Just shift the hips back. Staying high in the left toes, you can flex the right toes towards the nose, reaching that right hip towards the back of the room. Your breath in is your crescent lunge. Bend the right knee over the ankle and sweep the hands to the sky. You can bend that left knee down to a hover, shift the right hip back, extend the left heel back. Take a big inhale here. And then just drop that left hand down between the shoulder blades, right hand on the left elbow. And you can lean into this, just lifting up, opening through that left underarm. Taking a big inhale here. And a big breath out. If you want to add on, you can find a bind. Gomukhasana arms. Right hand hooks and interlocks the fingers on the left side. Once again, you can just lean into it. Taking a big breath in. Your exhale, slowly release the bind into your warrior two. Left foot down at 45. Open the arms nice and wide. Taking a big breath in here. Your exhale sinks down a little deeper into the hips. Your inhale reverses your warrior. Reach the right hand up and over. Your exhale, extended side angle pose. Right forearm to the right thigh. Sweeping that left hand, palm facing towards the body. Reach it towards the front of the room. And then roll the ribs open for extended side angle pose. You can stay here. If you want to find a bind, lift the left hand up to the sky. Flip the palm behind you and then drop it down towards that right hip. You can roll the left shoulder open nice and high. Leaning into that right knee. Slowly you can release the bind. Inhale, high pyramid pose. Pivot your toes to the left side of your mat. Reaching the hands nice and high. And your exhale, slowly bring it down. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Your inhale slowly lifts up halfway. And your exhale is that low lunge, back of the mat, hands to frame the left foot. Lengthening through the spine, take a full breath in. Exhale, down dog, left foot meets the right. Your inhale slowly rolls like a wave, shoulders come past the wrists. Keeping that nice long plank body, exhale, lower everything down, option to come to your knees first. Taking your hands off of the mat, coming up to your spidey fingers. So hands are somewhere underneath the shoulders. And breathe in, lift up through the chest. Exhale, just drop the left shoulder and peek over the right side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, just do it on the other side. Drop that right shoulder down. Your inhale comes up through center. Exhale, melt the heart. Tucking the toes, lift the knees, lift the thighs, elbows to ribs. Breath in is your plank pose. Breath out is your down dog, hips to the sky. Inhale, three-legged dog, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine. Step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee down to a hover cow lunge. Lengthening through the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out is your cat lunge as you shift the hips back, flexing the left toes towards the nose. Your inhale is crescent lunge. Plant the left foot down. Root into the heel as you start to rise up. Hands to the sky. Once again, you can drop that right knee to a hover, shift the left hip back, and lengthen through that back right leg to find nice long strength. Take a big inhale here. Then slide the right hand between the shoulder blades, left hand on the right elbow. Keeping it tucked in nice and tight, you can just lean into that arm if that feels good. If you want a little extra, you can find those Umakamskana arms. Left hand reaches behind you, interlocks the fingertips on the right side. Once again, you can lean that head into that right arm. Taking another big breath in here. Your exhale, slowly unwind to your warrior two. Right foot roots down 45. And feel that nice release. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Inhale, reverses your warrior, sweeps the left hand up and over the head. Exhale is that side angle pose. Left forearm to the thigh. Reaching that right hand nice and behind you, flip the palm towards the body. Sweep it down towards the ground. Feel the wrap of the shoulder. Bringing it in front of you, roll the ribs open towards the sky. Now your palm is facing down. Hips are reaching back. Full inhale here. And full breath out. If you like a bind, inhale, reach the hand up to the sky, flip the palm behind you, and drop that right hand down towards the left hip. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath in. Take a full breath out. Inhale, slowly unwind, high pyramid pose. This time, hands behind the sit bones, push the knuckles down, breathe in here. Exhale, bound Prasarita C, knuckles reach to the sky. Your inhale lifts up halfway. And your exhale finds that depth once again. Inhale, reaching the palms, lift up halfway, fly the arms nice and long. Your exhale is that low lunge, top of the mat, hands to frame the right foot. Breath in is here. Breath out is that down dog, right foot meets the left. Your inhale, once again, roll like a wave, shoulders come past the wrists. Your exhale, lower everything down, elbows to the ribs. Now tee your arms nice and long off the mat. Fly them out into that T shape. With the left hand underneath the left shoulder, start to just roll onto that right side. You can bend the left knee and plant the left foot behind you. You can stay here and take a full breath in. Maybe you find a half bind, sweeping that left hand behind you. If you wanted to add on even more, you can just roll onto the hips and also plant the right foot on the mat and interlock the fingertips behind you. And taking one more breath in here and one more breath out. Slowly come back onto the belly. Unwind and just find this on the other side. Taking your time as you transition. Reaching the left arm nice and long. Right hand underneath the shoulder. Roll onto that left side, planting that left foot behind you. And then if you're into it, you can find that half bind, just reaching that right hand down towards the left bone, that left side. If you want to add on, you can plant the left foot down onto the mat. Both knees are to the sky. And also reach that right hand back and take a hold of the left. One more inhale here. And one more breath out. Slowly slide the left leg out long if you've bent it, and then just roll onto your belly. Your inhale lifts up through the chest, breathe in here. And breath out, just gently melt the heart down. Crawling the left hand forward. Sweep the right hand out towards the right side and thread the needle, sweeping the right arm underneath the left. Your forehead would connect down onto the mat. You're finding this nice wrap and this opening in the right shoulder cuff. If you want to add on, you can just bring the left hand underneath the chest. You can shimmy the chest that it's more on top of the arms, left hand off towards the left side. And just leaning that weight, but gently into the arms. And one more breath in here. And one more breath out. And then slowly start to bring your weight back up again. Gently unthread the needle, left hand underneath the left. Unthread the right, and then just gently lower down onto the belly. Just breathe into a Sphinx pose, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, melt the heart down. Reach the right hand somewhere in front of you. Extend the left arm out nice and long toward the left side. Pushing into that right hand, lift up through the chest. And then lifting up through that left hand, open up into that heart. And then thread the left arm underneath the right. And you can stay here if you wish. Forehead connects with the mat. If you want to add on, just take that right arm, bringing it in front of the left, just crossing out through the palms. Palms are facing up. You can shimmy it so your chest is putting the weight into the arms. And taking a full breath in here. And taking a full breath out. And then slowly lift up to the chest, unthread the right arm, bring it somewhere in front of you, and then just unthread the left arm. And bring it back down into that Sphinx pose. Shoulders are over the elbows, palms are rooted down. And your breath then lifts up through the chest. And your exhale just melts the heart down. Hands under the shoulders, push up to the knees, and make your way to your child's pose, hips to the heels. Take a big breath in, and a full breath out. Gently bring your way into your tabletop pose. Breathe into your cow. And breathe out into your cat. Neutral spine, inhale here. Your exhale, cross over the ankles, roll onto the sit bones. You have the option here to come all the way down onto your back for your final pose, Shavasana. Sometimes after shorter flows, I do prefer to finish seated. Again, it's just what works for your body. So just take your time as you arrive wherever you need to go. When you get there, you might need something different, so you can do that too. There's no rules. Wherever you are, just allow the spine to grow long. Allow the weight of your body to just melt away. And then just really feel, how are you? What's going on? Shoulders are such a sensitive place. Every part of our body is such a sensitive place to me, but the shoulders it's where our heart, this is where all our heart energy lives. This is where our love comes from, our compassion for other people. It's similar to the hips in that sometimes things get stuck here and it can have a negative effect. There's so much power just going on in this little area. So after you do these big openings, these big movements, these held moments, you really have to sit and appreciate all that you've just done. And using full inhales through the nose to carry you into that place. And full exhales just to let your body drop. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you can, as long as you need. Allow this to be your seated meditation, this place where you can find a little bit of pause in what can be a very busy day. So with that, my hands to heart center, I humbly bow. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for sharing your journey with me and allowing me to share mine with you. So from the bottom of my heart, the light in the dark in me honors the light in the dark in whoever you are. Thank you.